All right, I need you to do something for me. Take a deep breath and imagine what it would feel like to completely stop caring about what others think. No more stress, no more overthinking. Sounds amazing, right? Well, that's exactly what not giving a fuck is all about. Stick with me because this mindset shift could honestly change everything for you. Let's dive in. Okay, first of all, I know it might sound a little harsh, but hear me out. When I say don't give a fuck, I don't mean being rude or careless. It doesn't mean acting like you don't care about anything or anyone. No, it's about taking control of your life, your happiness, and being smart about where you put your energy and focus. It's about letting go of things and people that don't add value to your life and focusing on what truly matters. Letting go of toxic people. You know those toxic people in your life who drain you? The ones who make you feel small or insecure or always bring unnecessary drama? It's time to stop giving a fuck about them. I get it, it's hard. But when you stop caring about people who aren't good for you, you make room for the ones who lift you up. Your energy? It's precious. Don't waste it on people who don't respect it. Focus on what truly matters. Stop sweating the small stuff. Seriously. People often get caught up in worrying about things that won't even matter tomorrow. The little annoyances, the petty drama, or the stuff that only adds stress to your day. It's easy to get lost in all of it. But here's the thing, none of that helps you grow or move forward in life. Instead, focus on what truly matters. Your goals, your health, your happiness. These are the things that will shape your future and give you a sense of purpose. Everything else? It's just noise. When you focus on the big picture, you start to realize how much time and energy you've been wasting on the small stuff. Think of it like decluttering your brain. Imagine you've got this mental space full of unnecessary distractions. When you clear out the clutter, you create room for things that actually push you forward. Say no to the things, habits, and people that drain your energy, and say yes to what fuels your growth and well-being. It's all about prioritizing yourself and what really fits with your values and what you want in life. Once you start doing that, everything else falls into place. You'll find you have more time for the things that really matter, and you'll feel more focused, energized, and at peace. Focus on your growth and stop caring about what others think. It's time to stop letting other people's opinions control you. There will always be people who judge, criticize, and try to tell you how to live your life. But here's the reality. They don't pay your bills. They don't live your life, and their opinions don't define your worth. The only opinion that truly matters is yours. I know it's easy to get caught up in trying to get approval from others, especially when it comes to how we look, what we say, or how people perceive us. We care too much about what others think, and it's exhausting. But here's the thing. Most people are too busy focused on their own lives to worry about yours for long. So why should you let their opinions hold you back? At the end of the day, what really matters is how you feel about yourself. Are you proud of what you're doing? Are you happy with where you're going? That's the only opinion that counts. Here's the truth. Constantly caring about what others think will keep you stuck. You'll be too busy worrying about their approval to live authentically. But when you stop caring about what others think, that's when the magic happens. You start focusing on your own journey. You become more you, more confident, more authentic, and most importantly, happier. You'll feel lighter and more free because you're making decisions based on your own happiness, not someone else's approval. That's where true freedom comes from. Don't try to please everyone. Now, this is something I know you struggle with, trying to please everyone. I get it. You want to make people happy, and that's a good thing. But you can't be everything to everyone. Stop trying to please everyone. You are not here to live for other people's approval. You're here to live for yourself. And honestly, when you try to please everyone, you end up exhausted, frustrated, and completely drained. You can't make everyone happy, and that's okay. You'll end up sacrificing your own happiness just to keep others content, and that's not a life you want. So start saying no when you need to. Speak up when something's not right. And most importantly, trust that the right people will love and respect you, not because you're always agreeing with them, but because you're being your true, authentic self. When you stop pleasing others all the time, you'll make space for the things and people that actually matter to you. Set boundaries. This is probably one of the hardest yet most powerful things you can do when you stop giving a fuck about things that don't serve you. Here's the deal. You can't be available for everyone all the time, and that's okay. In fact, it's necessary for your mental health and overall well-being. Boundaries are how you protect your time, energy, and peace of mind. When you start saying no to things that drain you or make you feel bad about yourself, you create space for the things that really matter to you, whether it's saying no to a dinner with people who leave you feeling exhausted or setting work boundaries to avoid burnout. Be clear about your limits. You'll find that it feels way better than constantly overcommitting yourself. And here's the thing. Time is your most valuable resource. You need to be selective about how you spend it. If something isn't moving you closer to your goals, helping you grow, or genuinely making you happy, it doesn't deserve a place in your schedule. Embrace your imperfections. Perfectionism is one of the biggest thieves of happiness. We spend so much energy trying to get everything just right. But guess what? Perfection doesn't exist. It's an illusion. When you let go of perfection, you give yourself permission to fail, try again, and learn. You stop being afraid of judgment because you know that being imperfect is part of being human. Whether it's in your work, your relationships, or your hobbies, the more you embrace your flaws, the more confident you'll feel. And the more you stop caring about people's unrealistic expectations or about doing things perfectly, the happier you'll be. Confidence comes from within. Okay, do you know don't give a fuck of other people's opinions allows you to be more confident in yourself? Confidence isn't about being the loudest or the most outgoing person in the room. It's not about trying to get everyone's attention or being perfect all the time. Real confidence comes from within. It's about not caring what others think and trusting yourself, even if people judge or criticize you. When you stop caring about everyone else's opinions, when you let go of that constant need for approval, you free yourself. You stop worrying about what others think, and that's when you stop holding yourself back. The less you worry about judgment, the more you can focus on being the true version of yourself, and that's where confidence starts to grow. Think about it. When you don't care about impressing others or fitting into their standards, you can finally start living life your way. You make choices based on what feels good to you, not on what will make others like you. And that's when real confidence starts to flow naturally. You're not faking it or pretending to be someone you're not. You're being authentic. So the less you give a fuck about other people's opinions, the more you realize that you don't need anyone's approval to feel good about who you are. Confidence comes from trusting yourself, and when you're not worried about other people's judgments, you can finally trust your own decisions and actions. And that's when you really start to shine. Social media validation is overrated. All right, let's talk about social media for a minute. I know it's really easy to get caught up in how many likes, comments, or followers you have. We all do it. But here's the truth. Those numbers don't define who you are. They don't measure your worth or value as a person. It can feel great to get a lot of likes or comments, but when it all comes down to it, that stuff doesn't really matter in the long run. Social media is just a small piece of your life. It doesn't show the full picture of who you are or what you're capable of. You have so much more to offer than just the number of followers or likes you get. So stop caring and comparing yourself to others on social media. People only post the highlights of their lives, and most of the time, it's not the full, real picture. Focus on your own journey and what makes you happy. Do what feels right for you, and don't get distracted by the pressure to fit into someone else's idea of success. Let go of the need for approval from others online and just be yourself. So now you understand why the stop giving a fuck mindset is so important for all of us. Remember, you are enough just as you are. You don't need to be perfect, you don't need everyone's approval, and you definitely don't need to please people all the time. The smartest, happiest version of you is the one who stops caring about the little stuff and starts focusing on what truly matters. I know this might take time, and it's definitely not easy, but trust me, it's worth it. You have the power to stop caring about all the things that hold you back and start living a life that's truly yours. So let's do it. Let's start creating the smarter, happier, more authentic you today. Hey, don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button. Your friends might need this mindset shift just as much as you do.